Hey everybody, it's Scott O'Mato back for episode 20 of my Thaumcraft 1 Let's Play. Guys, thanks for everybody that is still tuned into this series. I am having tons of fun with it. And you know, I mean, people that don't go back in old Minecraft versions, that never played Minecraft versions, they're just missing so much. Just, you know, playing the newest stuff or whatever people feed you with the newest hot mod pack or whatever. You know, you're just missing a whole world of Minecraft that, you know, maybe you haven't experienced or whatever, but going back and playing something like Thaumcraft 1 is just tons and tons of fun. Anyway, guys, in this episode, we're going to do a few things. All right, I don't know if we'll get it all done, but we're going to try. The first thing is an interesting thing about Thaumcraft in this version is it's pretty well balanced and has some unique mechanics to it. All right, so one of the things that I've learned, all right, is like if I get out my V detector here, right, you'll see that I am in one of the slime chunks, a magic chunk, basically, right? You can hear the beeping. So I can see the edge of it, where it is at, right here. So basically starts on this block right here and extends over to maybe all the way to the wall. No, just to the edge right there. So that was just by accident, basically. All right, and there's another one up in the corner of my base, and that was by accident too. But it actually is kind of a problem, guys, when you have setups like this that has V that's standing V, because the thaumic slimes can spawn in here. All right, and they can just eat up your V. I had it happen. I mean, it seems like they'll pull it through the whole network. I've moved this valve. I might work on it to try to trigger it on and off to prevent them from being able to pull from the whole network. But they basically just sucked me dry. I was up there working, doing some stuff. And when I didn't, you know, when I came back here, they had completely emptied me dry. You know, and there was like two of them. They had split off into a small one. So I don't know what had happened to get that. But he was down inside of here. There was one inside of here and there was one out here. And they had just pulled it dry. So that's an interesting mechanic. So, you know, you learn that you do not want to put these in the slime chunks. And if you have slime chunk near you, you want to protect against that. All right. But one thing we're going to do is build us a little security system here, guys, that hopefully will help with that. It's going to be a little hard to test. We're going to try to test it and see what happens. But basically, we are going to create a new symbol that's called the shocking symbol, okay? And it basically uses an electrified V crystal and then the blank symbol. So let's see if I got enough V. If not, I'll feed some more in there. Let's try to get that guy produced, all right? And that's good for mob farms. It targets hostile entities. So let's look at our book for that. That's the numbers book. Let's look for our description book here and give you all the details, juicy details. Let's see, this is going to be the shocking one. All right, so this symbol sends out bolts of crippling lightning at any living creature other than the player. This symbol must be within the range of a node and requires V to work. Iron Rune doubles the area. Redstone Rune only targets hostile mobs, so you can do passive mobs too. With Lapis Rune only targets animals. With the Gold Rune, it does at a decreased rate of fire. With the Diamond Rune, it can affect more than one mob at a time. All right, so since we're wanting to do slimes and they can split off into multiples, then we're going to want the Diamond Rune to do more than one at a time. Let me throw some V in there real quick. You know, just so that multiple of those slimes will be targeted. Now, I'm sure it uses more V. Hopefully, it doesn't pull V the whole time it's sitting there. I think I've seen that before with other stuff, and that's kind of a problem if that's the case. If so, we'll have to try to toggle it on and off or what have you. All right, so there's the shocking symbol. Let's go ahead and create the Diamond Rune for it. All right, let that happen. And then at the end of the last episode, remember I was using the apportation wand to try to access and pick up the cave spider spawner that we have in the mine, right? And I couldn't because I had spawner GUI enabled. All right, and that is a thing. There's a conflict between those two. They both want to use the right click function. And so that's an issue. However, you can easily disable it in between loads, just if you want to use one or the other or what have you. Not a big deal. But you're going to have to do that. And I've made notes in that in the pack release for that. So let's see where we're going here. Yeah, it's around here. This is an area, by the way, that I mined out with the mining wand to leave the ores. And it's a slime chunk here as well. And I've had several slimes spawn in this space. So let's see. Where is my cave spider thingy? There it is right there. Okay. Flying through here is nice. So it actually turned out that this tunnel was really great for flying. All right. So I just want to demonstrate the wand. Boom. I can pick it up, put it back down. All right. No problem. So I can carry it with me. And then later on I could reassign it or whatever. All right, so one thing we're going to want to do, let's see if I got my torch here, is let's test out this symbol and let's see if we can't get us a cave spider to spawn. It happened before in a block right here, and if we can't get it to shoot through the block, that'd be interesting, because a symbol like this is good for mob farms potentially. We need to test it out to see. But let's make a portable node, okay? And if you remember, it's just a V crystal, or a solidified V and a node. All right, so let's get that created. Go to the crafting here. It's done in a regular crafting table. So let's see. There's our solidified V. Here's our node. All right, got that. And it's pre-filled. Now, this will have more V than we need, but that's just, you know, a thing. Targeting more than one mobs probably won't matter in this case. We'll see. So I should be able to put these two down, and this should feed V to that. And then I should be able to make that space dark. Again, it worked before on accident when I had a block covering it. So let's see if a cave spider will spawn inside there. There we go. All right, now let's see if it targets that guy. Doesn't seem to. I don't think I need any kind of rune. It's not increased distance. If I open it up, he'll come out. Let's pick up the rune first. See if we can't put the rune down and block him. He'll probably just walk right over it. Okay, well that worked. So that got him. Let's see how much V that used. Let's see, I need my testing piece detector. That's loud though too. Let's see here. Where are you at, guy? Right here. Okay, let's see how much that used. Okay, 246. Holds 250, I believe. Yeah, 98%. So it used 4V to do that. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Just to kill one guy. So it wouldn't go through the block apparently. So I wonder if it would go through like a fence. Let's try a fence. Real quick. And then we'll try to move on because I do have some stuff I'd like to do. I don't know if I have time though. Now he shouldn't be able to get out there. But it's not creating dark either. Let's try a slab actually. Would be better probably. Probably over time it might be dark enough for him to spawn in there. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's try a slab instead. Because they create, you know, on the half slab they create a dark space. Just regular stone slab. Fine. Alright, that's dark in there. So let's see if this would work. Yeah, totally. So let's see if that is loud. See if we can get another spawn. Because, you know, I mean, there's a little mini spawner right there. That could be useful. I don't know if I can get the drop. I didn't get any drops. I got one string from the first one. I don't know if you can pull drops through the slabs. I think so. But I could probably do a symbol that would pull them out. Let's see if we get another spawn. So they can come through the slab. That's fine. So, you know, you'd still want to work it out, but that's actually pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to put a torch in there. I'll keep this around, I guess. Let's see, I got a torch. Yeah, let's just put a torch in there for now. I'll leave this V node because, again, if I break it, it'll potentially create a mess, and might as well. I mean, it would waste it otherwise. All right, that's cool. So that's a thing we can do. But I want to use that for our security system against the slimes. Yeah. So we'll try that. I'll see if it's continually pulling V or just when it needs to. So let's go back. And there's already a source of V back there. And we'll use the Diamond Rune on that, which we didn't on this one. Let's see over here. So probably just over here. It won't target us, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm not sure where to put it. They'll come around here, so I don't want it to block it. So I think I am just going to kind of put it like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just put it right in front, right there. I mean, it's no problem for us to walk or anything. So yeah, I'll put it right there. I'll move it if there's some issue. All right, so then we put the Diamond Rune in there, and then it should get V when it needs it. It can get it from this node, which is an overflow. And I also made a little switch here with the wireless thing. Unfortunately, I can't put a pressure plate on top of this, but that allows me to trigger it when I come back if I want to do that, you know, instead of the automated system, if I wanted to do it manually. I also have a button here to trigger manually if I want to do that. All right, so that should work as a security system, but let's go over to the other base here where Carly's at. I guess I'll go and sleep. I don't spend much time with you. She still has the baby. We'll get the baby sometime. I'm doing well, thanks, honey. You're keeping the house very clean. Good job. Good job. All right. So bunch of mobs around. So I've been working on the layout of the factory here, just trying color palettes and all that kind of stuff, and the shape, the overall dimension. That makes a sound, so I don't know if that attacks hostiles. Let's see if it does. I think it does. No, apparently not. Sorry. Right. So now with the apportation wand, we can move these. We can move these items, and we'll want to do that. And we'll go into that when we get to it. But anyway, so this is like the basic shape that I'm going toward. Don't worry, it's not going to look like a church. This is going to be an additional roof that's set inside a little bit. And does that... Hey, there's a wisp. I wanted to demonstrate the lightning wand on a wisp. We were trying to do that in other episodes, and we never could get one. So, where'd you go, guy? So see, it targets them, and you kind of got to just hold right click and search for where they are. And it's got a range on it, but it works pretty well. They give you nausea effect. There's a creep down there. Let's go and get him. So yeah, this one's not bad. This one's much better than the fire one. The fire one's not so good. We may be able to find some use for it. The portable hole's really cool. I was doing some testing in Creative to see if I could use the red power deployer to do stuff with it, to suffocate mobs and stuff, and it didn't really work. I don't know. I'll have to keep playing with it, but so far in my initial tests, it didn't really work. So we can put these two wands up. Anyway, this is our color palette that we're going to use, I suppose. I'm thinking of mixing a little bit of green in. Now this is brown wool. Now in this pack, construction foam and brown wool pretty much look the same, I think, but I may change that. I may take off the texture pack on this for the construction foam if it looks different. I'll test that and see. But basically, brick, sandstone, brown type of base. This will be the construction foam. So these areas will be filled with construction foam, and then I'll dress them out. Now you can paint the foam different colors. This kind of layout thing with playing with some shadows. The sandstone takes on shadows pretty well, gives it more of a grayish look and stuff. I like the inset windows, the overall window shape. I don't know that I'll go completely symmetrical. I kind of like to have a door, which, by the way, in this with the door fix mod, then these doors operate together, double doors, and they can stack on top of each other too. See, so I can have a 4-high door. That's pretty cool. I think that's as high as I can go. I haven't actually tested to see if I could do another one. It needs a block next to it. Maybe we'll do that later. But anyway, I need to start producing the construction foam. All right, so we need to make a little, I don't need any of these mob drops. We need to make a little, like, setup to do it, okay? And when I say little, you know, with using Buildcraft and stuff, not many things are really little in these versions. And that's kind of the fun of it. I mean, some people struggle with Buildcraft and they enjoy stuff like, you know, Ender.io and stuff these days, but that stuff almost becomes too simple where it becomes actually boring. Yeah, you can do cool stuff with it, and a lot of those are still tile entities that tick and stuff like that as well. I need to put some of this stuff up because we're going to pull items into our inventory, so let me do that. I think I have gunpowder. But all right, V crystals I do have. I'm running out of space, so I'm going to need to upgrade backpacks here relatively soon. Get another one and put the micro blocks. It's like the micro blocks take up a lot of space in here. All these magic slabs and micro blocks take up a ton of space. All right, so we're going to try to do a setup, and I have the machines. I've crafted everything, I believe, to do it. So we're going to. All right, I got 2 bat boxes. I've got a LV solar array. We produce that and the other thing. I've got 3 redstone engines. I have 2 macerators. I have a compressor. The canning machine we won't need right off. See, I have stone transport pipes, wooden transport pipes, iron transport pipes, and I have a distributor pipe. Yeah, some distributor pipes. Let's get the Buildcraft wrench and a regular solar panel too, in addition to the array. And that's probably it, I think, for our setup. Some levers. Let's see. Oh, and the automatic crafting table. That's important. And I think that's it for right now. We'll pull out stuff more if we need it. But yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So we'll just do it in here temporarily, and hopefully mobs don't blow it up. I'll have to watch that. You can see I made myself a little scaffolding platform with a bed and crafting and stuff, so that I can get away from them if I need to. All the flying's, you know, not an issue. But now let's leave ourselves enough room. This is not like going to be its final resting place, but it's going to be where we put it to start. So the center of the organization here is the automatic crafting table from Buildcraft, and that's We need to go one back. We need some space behind it. Just going to put it out here. It doesn't really matter. And we need to make a water source. Okay. So we want a... Oh, did I make the pump? I don't think I made the pump. Let me look at that real quick. Pump from IC2. You need that. I'm not going to go back and make it probably. Empty cells, circuit. So we'll do everything but that. And then depending on the time of the episode, we'll get to that. So, you know, I'm already running where I've only got about 15 minutes or so left. So I kind of need to hurry through this. But basically, we want the automatic crafting table. We're going to make an infinite water source in here. And we'll use the Buildcraft or the Industrial Craft pump for that to continually pull out water and put them in the cells, the water cells. Okay, and then that'll provide the recipe. Source. I need to make those equivalent exchange Vulcanite amulet, and then the whatever the one for the water is. Let's get that. Okay, so like I said, we'll just make an infinite water source right there. And then the IC2 pump will pull from that. Okay. Put my water bucket back up. All right. And so, you know, we'll have a solar panel dedicated to it. Not the array, but just a regular solar panel. So I'm just going to put a block, if I can. Yeah, just to represent it for now. And we'll have a bat box on it. Let's see. Bat box is... Everything kind of looks similar. Yeah, let's get the bat box. And let me go ahead and put down another additional dirt block. Right here. Okay, so the bat box will go this way, and it's... The dot faces inwards like it is this piston or dispenser. You face it away from you, but you can turn it if you need to. The dot is the output direction. All right, so this represents that, and then we'll have the solar panel, regular one, going into that bat box. Okay, and so it's pretty much only going to be active during the day for the most part, which is why I'm giving it a bat box to hopefully offset some of that. But on the next set of solar panels, we're going to run quite a bit of stuff. So it doesn't have that much overhead to it. But next to this guy, we want to place our compressor. Okay, and that's what we're going to feed. It'll auto craft and then feed into that. Now, the cool thing about this pump is that I don't actually need any pipes between it. It'll push out of the pump. Well, actually, I need a chest right here. I'm going from memory. Got some chests. Yeah, I need a chest. It'll push right into a chest. Okay, and then the automatic crafting table will use that chest to craft. So we'll need to feed the rest of the items that we want inside of there. Okay, let's sleep real quick. So mobs don't blow up our stuff. Check the time. Yeah, we're getting kind of close. Go. Doesn't my house look beautiful over in the background? It's the sun. Okay. So, yeah, it'll feed automatically from the pump into this chest, and then it'll read that. So we just basically want our items inside of here. So we're going to have redstone. Coal we're going to produce into coal dust. Clay we're going to produce into clay dust. The water cells will be the source of water that's used in the recipe. Let's look at the construction foam again as the recipe. Okay, here it is. What we'll use the water cell. I don't think I have a water cell on me. I didn't remember that part of it, but I definitely have one back at the other base. So basically, we want to just put the recipe inside of here and put the water cell and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's get the rest of the machines down, and then we'll worry about that kind of stuff. All right, so again, the final output will be into the ingredients will go into this chest, And then we want to send this over to a compressor, okay? And the compressor, we'll have to feed it with pipes. Now the compressor will make it into pellets, okay? But we don't want everything to be pellets, all right? We don't need everything to be pellets. So let's get a wooden pipe here, because you need those to extract, and we'll pull out of here, right? So we'll put our engine right there, and it will go into a distributor pipe. All right, so let's get one of the distribution pipes. We haven't looked at those on camera before, but they're really cool. And then next to that will be a bat box that's feeding this guy, and then the solar array. Okay, so bat box, again, facing inward, and then the LV solar array, which is basically 8 solar panels. All right, now we don't want it to connect to this because this does have an inventory for charging. So through this GUI, you have color coded. So we have red, yellow, and green so far. So green, it's hard to see the numbers here, but every one of these is 1. So we want green to be 0. We don't want any items to go into there, so that'll be disconnected. All right, now we're going to have a chest up here. Get a stone pipe, put it up there. And then we'll put a chest above it to feed some overflow into it. Because, you know, Buildcraft pipes badly overflow. Especially this, because this crafting recipe produces 3 items at a time. Produces 3 of the foam. Alright, so that's now white. So the white one, which is the gray, we want to be at a ratio of 3 to 1. So the red will be 1. This is 0. So it'll do 3 up there before it does 1 down here. And that'll be fine because this produces 3 at a time. Not going to put any speed upgrades or anything on it to conserve power. And also I don't need it for the ratio or whatever. So we'll produce just a few pellets and then some construction foam by itself that we can place by hand. And that's fine. All right. So there's that setup. Now we want to do the macerators. And the macerators are a little bit difficult to set up. Basically, let's see here. We're going to want to go in our destination is this chest right here. So when we need to come out of the sides of the macerator or the back, I'll come out the side of one and the back of another. So we want a space in between them like such. All right. Now we're going to take and get our wooden transport pipes. And of course that means we have to have an engine on each one of them. We'll do one here and we'll do one there. That way I can have an engine right here and an engine over here. They won't interfere. So now we need to think about our iron pipes, all right, about how this stuff's going to be routed. So we're basically done with the wood right now. The regular stone is fine for here. We just don't want it to get near stuff that it'll connect to. So see, we're going to need an iron pipe right here so it doesn't connect to that guy. And then we'll need our wrench to be sure we have the right locations for it. So let's take and place down our iron pipe, and the direction is wrong as far as that goes. So it's not actually connected to anything. Let's go ahead and put down another pipe so we can see the full connection, because we're going to do another iron pipe so it doesn't attempt to go down that route at all. So we'll do another iron pipe here that'll keep them from trying to go into each other. Should work. All right. So let's set this guy to where the clear output is on this side right here. So the clear output lets it into, no, it lets it that way. It's the output side basically. Okay, I think. So that'll go into not an iron pipe here and a stone pipe. That's an insert pipe. So that way both items from both of these will feed into there. All right. So then we just need to configure this one correctly. Yeah, that should work. All right, I believe that's right. Now we'll just swap the direction. All right, so then we just need glass fiber cable to wire these guys together so they have power. And then we need to put down the Buildcraft engines, and it should be a working system short of our pump. All right, and I think I'll cut away and run back and get a pump real quick. Although it'll take us a bit over time, it would be nice to go ahead and get this setup done. I figure, guys, if you've stuck with me this far, then you appreciate the content. And of course, I appreciate you for appreciating the content. So that should give us power from that solar array to all these guys. And of course, because the bat box is feeding into that, then that's good. Now I could feed these from the bat box, which may be a little bit wiser to do. I'll try it like this at first. I think we're good. All right, so basically I just need to get the pump. I'm going to cut away real quick, guys. I'm going to run and get it, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. I have the pump. I had it produced, but it was in my chest over there. I didn't grab it. So basically we just place the pump down there, okay, and then it'll power up, and we need to give it empty cells. All right, so just give it empty cells inside of there, and then when it goes through the cycle, it'll fill them up and dump them right into the chest. All right, and then so from here in the macerators, we need to put in some coal, okay, coal dust for that, and then clay for clay dust. All right, and so once these guys go through and produce one, again, I don't have any speed upgrades or whatever. If I wanted to up the power, I could do that, but I don't really need speed as much because I don't need that much construction foam. Now, of course, in the beginning, now let's see, this guy's not pulling out because we don't have the engines on yet. So let's throw our Buildcraft engines on there. Or yeah, Buildcraft Engine Redstone Engine. All right, so here, give it a lever to get power. We'll have to use 3 engines, of course, for the or actually 2, just one for each one of these transfer pipes. Actually 3, no, because there's one in the beginning too. So there, and then right here we'll place one to feed this system. Yeah, these aren't redstone active, so it doesn't really matter if redstone's on top of them or not. But that's fairly compact for Buildcraft. Yeah, you can see they're traveling in. Each one's coming and merging, and it won't go this direction at all, and this one won't attempt to go that direction. So that's perfect because, again, everything can get confused. Now, the only thing we have to worry about, let's see, we need to put our recipe in here, so let's get a couple of these. So we need one of the coal dust, one of the clay dust, one of the cells, and a redstone. And then we'll put the template recipe inside the table here. All right, so it's clay, coal, redstone over here, and then the water cell. Yeah, we're fine on time. Yeah, and you can see they're producing them automatically. So it's being pulled out of the top of the table, and it'll just go through and it produces 3 at a time for each recipe. Now that one picked going here. That one's going to go up. So every 3 will go up. This will be 2. This one will go up, and then the next one will go down. So that gives us a decent ratio where this guy can keep up without any speed upgrades. See, we don't want it to continually get larger, which it is. So we may need 1 speed upgrade. You know, you just kind of have to balance it to see what the ratio is going to be. We don't want it to get overfilled because Buildcraft pipes just start spilling everything. Now in this setup, it should choose the alternative direction, but you know, you can't count on that for sure. It'll just dump it into the world. So we're at 4 right now. I'm thinking I do need at least 1 speed upgrade. But again, we're getting a ratio of pellets. We've gotten 12 construction foam, which, as I said, the construction foam basically you could just take and put it down. I'll put a piece just right here, and it'll start drying. Okay, and then we can paint it. We need to make some painters and stuff like that. But it'll dry over time. But on this pack, it dries to look pretty much like wool. This pattern right here. In the regular Buildcraft, it looks a bit different, so we might try something different. It takes a while for it to dry. So see, we're at 2 right now. That's not bad. That's not really bad of a ratio, because keep in mind we had a bit of a backlog from when we started. But one thing also is these engines aren't warmed up yet. So anyway, guys, that's it for that setup. Is a pretty decent little setup. and quite compact buildcraft wise and industrial craft, just because this pump will go directly into, now we're out of water, so I do have more. Let me go ahead and give it more water. Cells, yeah, I've got a stack. Redstone, I'll want to fill that up. Yeah, we're okay on that. But it is quite compact because this pump will feed right into a chest, and this automatic crafting table will read from the chest. So that makes it a lot easier to set up. Anyway, that's going to be it, guys. Let me know some feedback of what you think about this design so far. We'll be filling it out, and this will be our new factory. Anyways, it's Scott O'Mato. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.